Fall Guys is an exciting game filled with bright colors, adorable outfits and skins, bumping music, and thrilling and challenging levels. The levels or rounds change up each time you play, and some are more fun and more challenging than others. You play through 4 different levels to try and get the crown, but each mini game that makes up a level is random, though level 3 seems to pretty much always be your team level. But which levels are the favorites of this season of Fall Guys, and just what makes them so much fun to play through? Welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is Top 10 Gaming and I'm your host Amanda McKnight. Today we're going to be looking at some of the best Fall Guys levels as we count down the top 10 Fall Guys rounds. That is the various mini games that make up each round or level of gameplay. And if you love Fall Guys as much as we do, you can join us in our celebration of this awesome new game by checking out our very own playthrough attempt by clicking over here. Watch Connor do his best to survive these wacky obstacle courses and cheer him on in his playthrough of the game. And as always, be sure to stick around to the end of this list where I will have some bonus content coming your way. Alright, let's get counting. Number 10. Rock and Roll. This is a team challenge where you and your random fellow teammates must get your ball to the goal in order to win. The bottom team will be eliminated, so you want to be in the top 2 here. With most team games, there is also the opportunity to prevent other players from scoring by trying to block their ball, pushing it backwards as opposed to forward down the ramp, or trying to trip them up during the obstacles that they're going to have to go through. You could even potentially act as a very tiny goalie here, but I wouldn't really recommend it. It's a really big goalie net. As with most team games, a little defense or interference can be good, but too much usually just slows your own team's progress down. Number 9. Royal Fumble. This game is sort of like tag, but where you want to be it. It meaning you have the tail. Players spawn spaced out around an obstacle course and must locate the player with the tail, or if you start with the tail you need to avoid everyone else because the object is to have the tail at the end of the game. If while you are wearing the tail someone pulls on it, it will pass on to them and now they have the tail. Basically this round is similar to reverse tag or hot potato. Really the game truly begins when the timer is near its end, as whoever has the tail when the timer runs out wins. So all that really matters is if you manage to procure the tail in that last second. Number 8. Whirlygig. This obstacle course features multiple different whirlygigs, that is a bunch of propellers which spin and potentially smack your little dude and slow them down or knock them off the obstacle course. At the beginning of the round, when you look at an overview of the map, you will notice that not all these whirlygigs are rotating yet, but don't worry, once you start they definitely will be. The nice thing is at least there are walls for some of this map which help to prevent you from falling off occasionally on the sides of the obstacle until you get near the end. Falling of course just sets you back in terms of your progress. The only way to be eliminated here permanently is simply not to be one of the qualifying few to cross that finish line. Number 7. Team Tail Grab. This is basically a team version of Royal Fumble. Here your team is trying to be the one with the most tails when the timer runs out. Once again, you don't want to be the ultimate losing team of the 3, otherwise you'll be disqualified. You need to be in the top 2 to move forward. Avoid other players who are without a tail as they can try to grab and steal yours. Basically find a tail if you don't have one and hold on to that for as long as you can, avoiding other players. I also just enjoy the obstacle course that you can run around in for this one. It has the smacking mallets which just always make me laugh whether it's me or someone else who is hit by them. This is why I'm not good at obstacle course games, I just spend most of my time laughing. Number 6. Tiptoe. This round seems pretty chaotic when you play through it, though there are some strategies you can use to propel yourself towards victory. Tiptoe is a game where you have to cross a platform of tiles that you'll notice light up when you step on them to signify that they are solid and safe. As soon as you move on that tile, if it doesn't light up, watch out as it will quickly evaporate, disappearing and leaving you to plummet below. After a time, the light on the safe tiles will also fade, meaning if you aren't right on someone's heels or if you have gone back to start, you might not know which tiles are really safe anymore. A winning strategy often seems to involve jumping, as even unsafe tiles remain solid for a very quick second before they disappear, giving you more time to and propulsion to hopefully land somewhere safe, and ideally keep doing that till you get to the finish line. Jump, jump, jump. Number 5. Dizzy Heights. In this obstacle course, you aim to qualify by crossing the finish line first, avoiding lots of rolling balls that are coming at you while moving, and sometimes jumping along spinning discs or tracks. The most anxiety-inducing part for me, which also oddly enough happens to be the part I consider to be the most fun, is when you run up the straight while giant balls are sort of shot out of cannons at you and Indiana Jones style roll your way. Except instead of retreating, you have to continue to run towards them while moving from lane to dodge those oncoming boulders. There are also some sneaky gaps once you get near the top of this obstacle course that make it super challenging the first time around, as they're not really easily visible and therefore unexpected, leaving you to usually fall in between those gaps. Number 4. Hex-a-Gone. This game is similar to the tiptoe obstacle course, but instead of squares, you're moving around on hexagons. But as the name implies, these hexagons will be hex-a-gone shortly after you step onto them. Like tiptoe, a winning strategy often seems to involve jumping to help conserve the tiles you can step on, allowing you to last longer on one level before plummeting down onto the next one. There are only so many levels, about 9 I believe, before you are completely out of safety nets, i.e. hex levels, and you will just simply plummet to your doom / your disqualification. Number 3. Egg Scramble. Egg Scramble is one of the available games in the team round. In this round, your team will try to grab the most eggs from the center pile and put them in your basket. You have until the time runs out. You can also run interference by reaching into other teams' baskets, grabbing their eggs that they have scored, and removing them to lower their number. This is a minigame that feels very familiar, and I've definitely played it in other compendium games that are composed of smaller minigames like Fall Guys, but it still is a style of minigame that I usually enjoy, so I really like this one. Fans of Egg Scramble might also enjoy the golden hatchling outfit, which you'll notice allows your bean to appear as though it is one of the hatchlings of these eggs that you are attempting to score within this round. Number 2. Roll Out. It's basically the wooden log game? Or is it like an actual physical sports event? I don't know. Do people actually roll on logs in water? Is that a thing? I think that's a thing. Might just be a Canadian thing. I don't know. Anyways, the premise is you're on segments of a rolling cylinder and you want to avoid sliding or falling off the cylinder by staying on top. Now these segments will rotate in various and alternating directions. There are also gaps in the cylinders that you can fall through and obstacles on other portions that will rotate upwards towards you, and you'll be forced to navigate those. The whole object is to stay on as long as you can, and ideally as long as you need to qualify or finish this round. Once you fall, unlike other obstacle courses, you will become disqualified if you are not in the bottom number specified. Add in all the other opponents that are bumping into you and shoving you, and this one can get pretty challenging. But the more challenging things are, the more fun they are. Isn't that right? Maybe not for everybody, but for me it is. Number 1. Hit Parade. This is another fun obstacle course. I like this one a lot because of all the slippery goo, or slippery smoke. I'm not really sure what we call that stuff, but it's basically a slippery substance that makes it hard for you to move properly as you inevitably slide around. And that's what awaits you at the finish line, but it's also possible for you to go sliding around a lot earlier on in this course if you fall off what I like to refer to as the hot dog poles, which are one of the first obstacles. They're basically small poles that you have to jump across that are akin to trying to wobble across a thin, curved at the edges plank. Hot dog planks, if you will. If you fall off these hot dog planks, the slippery purple substance awaits you in a pit below, and you must climb out of that to continue on in this obstacle course. Thank you so much for watching. What are some of your favorite rounds in Fall Guys to play through? Which do you feel are the most balanced, and which do you feel are the most chaotic? And what is your favorite skin or costume right now from the game? Let us know in the comments below. And speaking of comments, it's time to turn to some comments from one of our latest videos, Top 10 Scary Animal Crossing Conspiracies. ProMaster suggests, or Zipper T Bunny is your father who dresses like a bunny to just travel to your island and see you for a few days. Maybe, but why doesn't he ever write to you? Is this the only way he can sneak out of the house away from mom, is to be dressed like a bunny? Is he being held captive there? Is he just too busy the other days of the year to visit or to write us? I have so many questions about this. Maria Penna comments, FNAF and Animal Crossing. Oh, I get it. William still kills after he is dead. It's a glitch trap lurking behind the code in all of our games. Yikes. Neo writes, I just joined, it's my birthday today, love you on Twitch and Top 10 Nerd, etc. I always knew not everything was so happy in Animal Crossing. My eyes are open now. Open to all the conspiracies. Also, a very happy belated birthday to you. Thank you for watching and supporting across all the channels and platforms. That's awesome. Sending lots of love and well wishes to you for your B-Day week/month. Wolfie Chan comments, oop, you ruined my childhood. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Maybe have some Skittles, taste the rainbow, maybe that'll help? And that's all the time we have for comments today. Be sure to comment below for a chance to have your thoughts and your feels shouted out in a future video. This has been Top 10 Gaming, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight, reminding you to keep on gaming on. Pew pew!